You are now rocking with the 3-yard play.
Right.
We just figured out a 3-yard play, fam. We gonna win every time.
Yeah.
Hit that link. Come on in.
You're tuned into the 3-yard play podcast. Well, the only question is, does it work for you?
Trail got wings, bitch.
We been working all year. It's game time. We all here. We turned up all year. Cause we finna be the champs this year. We been working all year. It's game time. We all here. We turned up all year. Cause we finna be the champs this year. We live in weight just to hold up the trophy. Flag on the plate, cause them haters can't hold me. And 1, 2-a-days and run up the biggest hill just to sharpen up my skill. They hit the scoreboard first, I had to hit them drills. Time I get around the corner, they gon' see my new wheels. After practice, till the lights come on, till they bust ride out and they gone. That rally had us help, my teammate down the steps. Player, we got plays you ain't even seen yet. I post up and fade away like graffiti. Just don't claim it's love when you see us on TV. We been working all year. It's game time. We all here. We turned up all year. Cause we finna be the champs this year.
3-yard play podcast.
We been working
brought to you by reality.
all year.
Where it is, what it is.
Game time.
You get what you get.
We all here.
So comment and let us know where you
all
live.
year. Cause we finna be the champs this year.
Yeah, this sounds like foul play. Rest in peace to that brother they hunted the other day. Yeah, and that young brother in that wrestling match. Southside to everywhere his organs is at. Enjoy it now. There's gonna be hell. Made it, Hattori Hanzo bladed. Before every fight, Floyd Mayweather played it. As in this Jones sound perfect. Like you just got the stage 3 tuning done, it's working. Like Drago before his first bout. Bit my shoulder, it's cold, build the thirst out. Yeah, it's art imitates life. Rendering a deep fake of Gandhi with a knife. Son up, I don't wanna hear about what you seen. Like a lethal drone doing drills, it's routine. For folks to kick back to the fact that 1% owns 99% whack. So yeah, I'ma always be pissed and spit retribution like this. You can throw your hands in the air, keep them in your pockets. Either way, I'm finna Stone Mountain pocket.
I came to bring pain, hardcore brain.
Girls who really nod they heads with the beaters. Nod they heads with the beaters. Nod they heads with the beaters. Girls who really nod they heads with the beaters. Nod they heads with the beaters. Nod they heads with the beaters.
Stepping like Samson on the way to get a retwist. Stands for the people like emojis of the blackfish. My flows is fresh out the cactus. I fulfilled the prophecy for practice. Same active ingredients as crackers. Your turn to test the dough. Just enough to hang yourself, come measure the rope. The wings are the same, bird, yeah, you should vote for me again, and I promise you get the same. Snowflake, it's a real cold game. In the woods of Columbia, I wrote this main. Watching the Bears versus the Jaguars, I'm just playing like we used to. R.P. Deontay. If you're lucky, you gon' grow old one day. So go ahead, decide now for then. Pro tip, the streets ain't your friend.
Girls who really
It's part of it.
nod they heads with the beaters. Nod they heads with the beaters. Nod they heads with the beaters. Girls
Greetings, Earthling.
What's up? Welcome to another podcast. We all play. Got my people
From the bottom of
dope
my
boys
lungs,
in the
we blow
Cadillac
spit.
right now. T Mac, what up?
What it is?
Hey, what up, Trip?
Everything good, everything good. What's going on, y'all?
So this is what I want to talk about today, guys. You know, the government done let it out the bag that we have some visitors or extraterrestrials, as we would say, that they have encountered. So I don't know why they taking so long to tell us what they already have known. Why now? Why is this a push to let us know that they exist? So I want to hear y'all thoughts on this, man. I really want to see where we going. What the government you think the government is bringing to the table at this point. Why they bringing it up now?
I feel like on some level it must be inevitable. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times by the time folks gone and disclose, it's like, shoot, they disclose because it's coming out anyway. So it's not really that surprising to me. It's something I always wondered about since I was a shorty.
What time?
Yep, see, alien, they interfering now. You know what I'm saying? You
What?
say you're freaky deaky right now on the control.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? But it's something I always thought about because you hear, I mean, from wherever you go, man, from the church to the street corner, you always hear God is infinite, the universe is infinite. There's so much more than just this planet. There's stars, galaxies, all that kind of stuff. So, I always thought it was extremely arrogant for us to feel like we are just atop everything and it ain't nothing else besides here. So, it ain't that far fetched. It's something that puts it in perspective for us. It's comfortable to feel like we're the top ones, but at the same time, I mean, we in a position that we're able to see other things smaller than us. So it's not that crazy that it could be something bigger than us looking down at us. How we looking down at ants? It's just life.
Right.
See, I kind of I thought I read this article on NPR about the 2023 declaration of the UFO. But I think to answer your question though, I think it's more about now. Like I don't disagree with Trip. I believe it's something else out there going on in other planets, but more specifically for this particular article, some of the naysayers about the UFOs were saying it could be drones from some of our from other countries. That's kind of infiltrating in our space and kind of let's just say making our country unsafe because we don't know the difference between a drone from another country and probably a UFO at this time, which make kind of sense. It makes sense. I'm not even gonna trip. But what I'm thinking though is kind of like when Trump brought up that whole Star Wars campaign, and everybody was tripping on that. But then I didn't really think about how drones and it's a lot of activity going on up there. And like I said, to your point, it's not something we think is new. I think it just now is really something that's become a threat. You know what I mean? A real true threat. I don't know anything about no military secrets, none of that. You know what I mean? I ain't even got no conspiracy theory, but kind of like everything else, they leak it to you in bits to get you ready. So by the
Right.
time it hits you, you're not overly shocked. Kind of like a lot
Right.
of some kids say, "Ooh, they're gonna have a flying car." Like, yeah, they got planes all over the place. You know what I mean? It's just gonna find a way to bring it down to a lower level. And how do you control that airspace type thing is in my mindset. That's what my mind goes with, that type of thing. But now, man, I'd be interested in seeing what's next, though. Like, I think in terms of discovering this exploration in that space and how it will impact how we move forward as a people on this earth.
Yeah, and for me, growing up, I've always been interested in space and science like that. So it just was like Trip was referring to, kind of arrogant to think that out of all the planets, okay, you can tell me that there's how many galaxies just like mine, and there's nobody else out there. You know, that would just seem so ridiculous to me and impossible almost. The odds of that being a real scenario is just ridiculous to me, you know. So, and then too, like from a religious standpoint, uh, who's to say that what people saw in the Bible or Quran or whatever that you know, the faith they come from, those beings that they encountered could have been considered at that point, you know, it's been, I guess, where you coming from. If it's from a secular standpoint, you would say it was an alien. You know, if it's from a religious standpoint, you might call it an angel or a demon. You know, so uh, alien just means you're not from this particular spot, right? So people have had encounters with things that they don't understand or quite know that are earthly. You know, and so you know, depending. And see right there, they're trying to stop me from talking right now. You see how that works?
No, they're just trying to let you know who's in
What?
control.
Yeah,
It's a reminder of who's in control.
right, right. So you know, I think they've done the movies. Like I think they introduced everything through the movies first for a long time. Because I mean, we've been having what, Men in Black, Aliens,
I mean,
Predator.
you knew from when we had the black president, the aliens was right behind it. That's what they showed, like the black dude in office and the aliens.
Well, Independence Day, I think it was
Independence
called.
Day. So you know, they just been gradually indoctrinating that. Like, okay, we letting you know, and so now it's just become such a yeah, that's an alien, you know. so I guess now they done got to the point. It's like, okay, well, I guess now we can tell them. You know, we could tell them now. So I don't know. Yeah, I also believe that, you know, some of the technology that we have today, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Like some of that stuff, I don't think a man can think of, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like even I used to think about even like Einstein when he was coming up with whatever and they EMC square. I mean, come on, bro. Like out the blue, you just made this number up. And you know,
it ain't out the blue, bro.
I'm just saying, you know,
years and years of learning it. I feel what you're saying, though. I do feel what you're saying.
It's just I'm talking about the originators, not the ones who supposedly built off, because I know Einstein even built off his predecessors. But what I'm saying is like those very first people who came with the groundwork and was like, let me just try this.
There's references there's literally references throughout the Bible. I was trying to look for some of, but the one famous one that I remember, and it's somewhere within, it looks like in my real quick research here, somewhere between Genesis chapter 6, verses 1-4.
Yeah.
Refers to the idea of the sons of God and the daughters of men. And like them mixing and kind of the fact that we have had some interaction with something that's been, you know, greater than just man, you know, that happened even in the historical mythos text, you know, account. So,
the Nephilim.
Yep. So I think it's something that, you know, we've as human beings, we've always been a little fascinated with.
Right. So I don't know, man. What do y'all? If you encountered something today, how do you think you would react?
I seen one before. I seen the UFO before. I seen some. I was in New York one time in Fort Greene Park, and I was with my two homeboys, and they didn't see it at first, and we were just chilling, hanging in the park. And I'm looking up, and you can see something. It was way high in the sky. It was higher than the planes, and the way it was moving, it was like almost like a little ball of light. And it was just, and the distance it was covering was just phenomenal. It could be way over here, be way over here. And when I seen it, I pointed out to one of my homeboys. He started looking. He gonna say, "Oh man, that's a satellite." Like, bro, we ain't as many satellites out there. We ain't never seen a satellite. And then when he really saw where the thing was moving from, like the directions and the speed and just the distance it's covering in the sky, he had to stop and be like, "Hell no!" So he showed it to our other partner. Man, when I tell you I seen this and I made two other people see it, and everybody was by the end, everybody was just looking like, no, folks. You know,
Oh,
it was way up there. It wasn't nothing like close to where you could see the shape and form of, but it was like you see how his glasses reflecting, got that light reflecting.
yeah,
It was something like that, but you could clearly see it was some kind of object that was. I mean, the speed and the way it was going was crazy. And I actually watched on C-SPAN some of the government disclosure press conference that they had
mhm,
on the military press conference where they released a bunch of information. Now, a lot of it was classified still, so they couldn't go into it. And they were saying, well, I could talk to you about this, on
right,
camera. But their biggest thing when they were really describing the UFOs were that they were objects that were flying and moving in ways that we just couldn't really define with our normal understanding of physics. Like, how can something move this fast and it's not putting out a thermal trail? It's
right,
not, it doesn't have to slow down and accelerate the same way, we do here. And it was just impossible the movements of the object. So in that regard, I've seen some with my own eyes. I was like, oh, interesting,
dang,
And then we all done met some weird ass folks, man. You probably done met just super weirdos on the ground where it's like, man, this person probably a damn atheist when you really get down to it.
right.
But
Now, because I have processed these thoughts for so long in my head, kind of like you said, it's something we wrestled with since we were kids. You know what I mean? If I saw something, I wouldn't be surprised. Now,
Yeah.
depending on what the encounter was, I don't know how seriously react. But if it's cordial or somewhat, I'll be very curious. You know what
Right.
I mean? I'd be very curious if there was any way a mode of communication shit. I'll have it. You know what I mean? I love, man, I'm a DEI guy, man. I appreciate difference, you know what I mean? This
Right.
kind of thing every day, try to, open up people's mind to the possibilities of something different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Learning how to rock with it, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna lie, depending on how I'm encountered, will I shit my pants or will I embrace them? You know what I mean?
real deal. But the aliens also show, or this whole extraterrestrial disclosure, things that we've gone through lately, also doubles down and shows the power of social media. Because when I tell you, Negroes don't give a damn.
Right.
Negroes, it ain't changed nobody's timeline. They're like, yeah, aliens. Anyway, about this new song, about this new video, is Steve Harvey wife really cheating? Like, folks ain't.
Right.
We so tuned out at this point. Aliens got to come pay somebody bills. If they pay somebody bills, if all shit the aliens is here, boy.
Give me one of them. Give me one of them aliens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, either that or let somebody show someone flexing with one. Let the baby have an alien riding shotgun or thug get out. He like, I got them aliens now. Somebody just flex on you real hard one, then everybody gonna have one. But other than that, man, we ain't worried about nothing. There's too much stuff trying to kill us. We like, bro, slow down, bro.
And that's funny, man, because like you say, man, I think over time they just had desensitized us to the point where it's like, yeah, okay.
Bro, I seen a pet cook breakfast on the internet. He's like alien. Like, okay.
Right.
Because you're right, because when they did
we get flooded with so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when they did the little conference and the little press conference with it, it was just kind of like it just slid through, like, okay, next.
Right.
What are they doing? Can they dance? Can they rap?
Until something directly happens to us, something happens to us directly, we don't feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But shoot, it's something there though. It is something there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not gonna pay that much money to keep it at bay for this long if it wasn't some substance to it.
Right.
You got a whole department just designated for that information. So and they dump billions of dollars into it. So there ain't no way that they have.
Because at the end of the day, even if it is say it's something coming down the pipeline, in order for them to garner public support, they got to be able to tell a story. So you got to be able to connect it to something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's why I said they dropping peace, like you said, dropping a little bit here and there to get you ready for what the big deal is. And what's the big spin? What's the big ask, if you will?
Right.
You know,
right.
And some gonna have to be developed to we don't know if it's a threat, if it's you know what I mean, it's an ally.
Right.
We don't know nothing
Right.
of that shit. But how do you sell that to the people if you're not leaking anything at all? See what I mean? It's, hey,
See, they already know,
that
bro.
3-card Monty on our ass, you know.
Yep. They mixing it up.
They mix.
They mix it up. Sometimes you gotta. So in other words, get your mind right.
Get your mind right, because they coming.
Right.
They coming.
We on that 15-minute mark.
Pew. All right, fellas. That's it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, again, like, subscribe. Hey, at the end of the day, what is this? What do we say, y'all?
Does it work for you?
Good for you.
Hey, before we cut out, man, shouts out to the aliens, man. If y'all here, no 3R Play Podcast, would love to sit down, interview you. You know what I'm saying? Beam in, how we got to do it. We can send you the link.
These AT aliens. Hey.
Yeah, we
There you
AT
go.
aliens over here. For
Like,
real.
follow, share, subscribe, man. Y'all rock with us.
Peace.
We out.
3R Play, baby.
thing that separates us from every other group of slaves is the fact that
I get mine, yeah. You get yours, yeah. But together, nigga, we gon' get some more, yeah. Look at them mouths, we feel like flowers, they gon' grow. Oh, we gon' water seeds and watch that harvest flow. Oh, I've been crunching numbers, winter, fall, spring, and summer. There should be no reason that the babies ever hunger. When we get that money bound for, we don't run it. I only pledge allegiance to, don't fulfill the promise. I ain't never been no tattletale, it's the officer. I can't read that narrative, so ain't no need of calling us. You ain't never had to tell your kid being black was a sin, cause his end was reflected through America. Taking care of us was just a handout, right? But it was fair when free labor was just as nice. I can bet you your life, your kids living alright. Cause me and mine had to do it or die every single night, nigga. I get mine, yeah. You get yours, yeah. But together, nigga, we gon' get some more, yeah. Look at them mouths, we feel like flowers, they gon' grow. Oh, we gon' water seeds and watch that harvest flow. Oh, I've been crunching numbers, winter, fall, spring, and summer. There should be no reason that the babies ever hunger. When we get that money bound for, we don't run it. I only pledge allegiance to, don't fulfill the promise. Time and time again, we try to cleanse our evidence. We done lost too many men. It's selfish to be. Let it go. Talk to the gang. Feel alright, I feel alright. 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 Seem like it's gonna be a good all night. That's my type, you know I'm hype. You know what I'm about to do inside. Please, my nigga, don't start no fight. Focus on that bitch you like. Cause I'm about to good times. JJ nigga dynamite. Let's just take it back to basics where there was no altercations. You could post up on the block before the lights came on they 80s. I remember all the blocks that we used to call Mercedes. They didn't travel out too far. Got that pimping out that way. We all shooting at the star. Only astronauts gon' make it. And the moon is just a rock that I sleep with on occasion. I don't wanna break a heart, cause the universe can't take it. Yeah, I'm headed to the bar, floating like I'm on a spaceship. Yeah, I do it for the car. I don't wanna die complacent. Yeah, I live with it in my heart. That's why they be trying to take it. It be beating too hard. Got the block running crazy. It's a marathon to run, so I guess they make a race. Let's go pop till we fall. Break a leg and call it dancing. Don't be playing on your job. I got promoted just to make it. Don't be trying to play too hard. See what God did the same. Authentic is enough. We can tell when you fake it. Feel alright, I feel alright. 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 Seem like it's gonna be a good all night. That's my type, you know I'm hype. You know what I'm about to do inside. Please, my nigga, don't start no fight. Focus on that bitch you like. Cause I'm about the good times. JJ nigga dynamite. Feel alright, I feel alright. 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 Seem like it's gonna be a good all night. That's my type, you know I'm hype. You know what I'm about to do inside. Please, my nigga, don't start no fight. Focus on that bitch you like. Cause I'm about the good times. JJ nigga dynamite.
You see, the thing that separates us from every other group of slaves is the fact that
Thank y'all for tuning in today and every day. And remember to keep running your 3-yard play.
Look at them mouths, we feel like flowers, they gon' grow. We gon' water season, watch that harvest flow. I've been crunching numbers.
Cause we know heroes are made in the off season.
There should be no reason
and grind the slow is better than crashing out
we
for
get that
dough.
money bound for we don't want it.
Let's say, young brothers, remember,
fulfill the promise.
I ain't never 3 yards every day. They can never
I can't
stop.
read that narrative, so ain't no need of calling us. You ain't never had to tell your kid being black was a sin, cause his skin was reflected through America. Taking care of us was just a handout, right? But it was fair when free labor was just as nice. I can bet you your life, your kids living alright. Cause me and mine had to do
rocking
it
with the
die
3-yard play
night.
podcast.
I get mine, yeah. You get yours, yeah. But together, nigga, we gon' get some more, yeah. Look at them mouths, we feel like flowers,
So
they
like,
gon' grow.
subscribe, share,
we gon' water
and
season,
let's
watch that
discuss.
harvest flow. I've been
What's up with
crunching
us?
numbers, winter, fall, spring, or summer. There should be no
Thank
reason
you.
that the baby's
Tuning in
never hungry.
to the 3
When we
Yard
get
Play
that money
podcast.
bound for, we don't run it. I only
Folks
pledge
on to
allegiance
it.
to, gon' fulfill the promise. Time and time